Hey YouTubers, what is going on? JC here with the Cuban Redneck DIY channel. If you are here looking for Maverick videos or DIY stuff, you're probably freaking out, say, hey, what's going on? What are you doing in the kitchen? Yeah, this is a channel with a very wide audience and especially formulated for deplorables who like to cook and fix their house and fix their cars and do gardening, things of that nature. So please do me a favor. Click on the title of the channel where you'll find a dedicated playlist to every topic that we cover. Please note that I'm in the middle of rearranging some of those titles because I want the content to be as accurate as possible in relation to the title. On today's video, we're going to be making margaritas. And yes, I am not a bartender or pretend to be one on YouTube. I know that one of these days, one of these videos is going to catch on. I'm going to have the, the Bartenders Association from New York or from California saying, this guy is not a bartender. No, I'm not. I simply like to entertain. And in order to do it more often, I often look for ways to save you money. With that said, today's recipe was passed to me by a waitress in Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. My wife and I were out there vacationing, and the margaritas were awesome. So when she comes back, she brings me the check. I tell her in Spanish, hey, by the way, this is one of the best margaritas I've ever had, if ever. What type or what brand of margarita mix do you guys use? Well, she got offended, picked up the credit card and the receipt and went away. When I got back to the hotel, I had not realized that in the back of the credit card receipt, she had actually written the recipe. This is the way I've been making margaritas since then. And this last Cinco de Mayo, I had some friends that stopped by. Kind of unexpected, caught me a little bit off guard, but no big deal. I threw a piece of frozen chicken into the Instapot, rigged up some margaritas, and we had an awesome lunch. Many weeks have gone by. This past Memorial Day weekend, my friend calls me back and says, hey man, I have spent over $100 already in different brands of margarita mix, and I can't replicate what we had at your house. Well guys, I don't use fake stuff in my margaritas, and you shouldn't either. In my opinion, a classic margarita should not be fluorescent green, blue, pink, or even yellow. So that's why I decided to make this video. Check this out. When it comes to mixed drinks, whether it's margaritas, Long Island iced teas, or pina coladas, one of the things that people get wrong more often than not is the ice. When you add regular ice to mixed drinks, they get watery rather quickly. One way to get around this is by making quality ice, and by quality I mean one that is low in impurities. Simply bring some spring water, not purified water, to boil and freeze it. As far as making a homemade margarita, here I'm going to make a single serving, but please take a look at the description for my picture-sized margarita recipe. Let's start by adding 2 ounces of freshly squeezed lime juice to a tumbler, a shaker, or a blender jar like this one. To that, we're going to add equal parts silver tequila, in other words 2 ounces, and 2 ounces of Grand Marnier. The recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of agave nectar. I personally don't like it overly sweet, so I'm only adding 2 teaspoons. We're then going to shake it well and prep our glass. In Mexico, they wet the lip of the glass with tequila and then dip it into a shallow dish with coarse salt. Here in Florida, they tend to use a mixture of salt, cinnamon, and brown sugar. Most of my friends prefer a little bit of tequila and agave, but at the end of the day, this is really up to you. After dipping our glass in salt, we'll then add our ice to the glass, pour the margarita, and enjoy it. If you like the frozen variety, please crush the ice in the blender first and then add the margarita after. My friends, thank you for watching. Please drink responsibly, and I look forward to seeing you next week with a new recipe.